How you doing, folks? Welcome to another episode of Real Sports Talk. Boys are back in town. Dante, good to see you.
Yes, yes.
US.
Boys
Jay.
back in town.
Yeah, another. As Colin would say. So we're gonna jump right in. The leaves are falling. Basketball season's about to start. All right, boys. Let's talk about the top of the Eastern Conference because we really don't need to talk about Philadelphia.
That's
so
right.
let's just go ahead and start from the top. Who do you like? Or how about I'll phrase this question, Wes. Who can beat Cleveland when Cleveland's healthy?
That's a great question.
Let's put it like
And then, Cleveland's going through so much right now with the all these injuries with Kyrie Irving being hurt, and Mam Shumpert, Tristan Thompson not signing the qualifying offer on the contract. What is that mess all about? So we don't even know what. Kevin Love's injury to his shoulder.
Yeah.
We don't quite know when they're going to have their core together. And I don't know what this Tristan Thompson thing is all about. This is just.
I don't know who's talking.
That's just ridiculous. That's just a mess. So hopefully we can see their cream and what they will actually be this year, the acquisition of Mo Williams and what they can all be. But that being said, getting back to the question that you asked, it's gonna have to be a deep team once the cream of the court gets back. So I don't really know if anybody besides Cleveland is deep enough. I mean, maybe a Milwaukee with some of the rookies, maybe Chicago if D Rose can give me something. Atlanta has some pieces, but as you could clearly see, they didn't add enough because they got swept last year in the playoffs and the conference finals. So I just don't know if there is a team that can pull out enough bodies to get them a clear run in the playoffs.
Jay, what you got?
Honestly, I'm going to put my fan in here for a second. I think Miami's got a kind of a shot for the first time. We actually have a semblance of a bench. What do you know? The problem is in Miami, lots of injuries. We got Dang, Dragic, Wade's old. We don't know what this Chris Bosh is going to be like. We got Mark Stoudemire. A lot of questions. However, we do have Gerald Green, who's really nice off the bench, and Mark Trump will come off the bench. So that'll be a nice defensive presence, somebody, an old head, quote unquote old head, that come off the bench and help out. I like the team. If I could make a little nod, I guess I'm really interested to see what this New York Knicks team is going to do because they have not looked good. They made some really risky moves, getting some guys that. So we'll see. I'm really curious to see what New York Knicks are going to do. See if they're going to make that jump and finally get back into the playoffs.
I think I actually agree with both of you to a degree. I think who has enough bodies for Cleveland? Because Cleveland has this very job coming back. They're going to be 10 deep by the time.
Yeah, that's a lot. Absolutely, that's a lot for any team.
And I also at the same time I would slightly lean towards if I were to pick one, I would lean Miami. On the margins over Chicago. I think maybe Milwaukee's a little too young for this.
Probably so.
So I kind of could see the Eastern Conference shaking out like that. The bottom of the East, who knows? It could be any of them.
And I just wish the Hawks had the most wins, I think, in these last years. So I just wish they made more moves, more impactful moves to make a decent run.
But those wins almost look illusory.
Yeah, but real quick, there's three teams that I really want to look at as well. Your Pacers, what's going to happen with that? Washington, are they going to bounce back? They're going to have another good season in a row. And Toronto made some moves, took some risks. What are those three teams going to do? I mean, a lot of shuffling around that bottom to mid. See who's going to really come on the bottom four of that playoff picture.
That's a great point. Indy and Toronto, they both shook. Well, we're getting Paul George back, a superstar back for Indy, and then Toronto shook that lineup, adding DeMar Carroll. So you got DeMar DeRozan, front court giving Giannis the big check, and they said they're gonna try to improve his touches in the post. So that's gonna be a shakeup. I like that as well.
We'll be back real quick. Just finish up the Eastern Conference. We'll get to the Western Conference. We'll be right back.